I'd like to spend a minute or two and introduce you to a harmonic mechanism for the mind. This one will be number 8, and we're going to be talking about super and sub positions. These are terms used by George Van Eps in his books Harmonic Mechanisms for the guitar. And I thought it's a useful concept because it can suddenly open up chord shapes that we know or note pairings that we know, and really see that they're a congregation of pitches that can move in different directions from a given starting point, and that we needn't feel that they're just static blocks. So we're going to begin here, as always, in the key of no sharps, no flats. I just started here with a C triad, second inversion, meaning the fifth is in the bass. So the C is right in the middle here on the 3rd string 5th fret. The 5th below it is on the 4th string 5th fret. That's a G, G, A, B, C, 5, 6, 7, 1. The E above it is a 3rd on the 2nd string 5th fret. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3. So we have 5, 1, and 3. Those designations aren't so important here as much as we want to know the scale and what's above and below that are still in the framework that we're working in, which is the key of no sharps, no flats. So this, we're going to start on the 4th string, G, and we're going to take this voice, G, and put it in the sub position, meaning it's going to go down to the next scale pitch that it can below. And what happens here is we get 5, 5, 5, G, C, E, F, C, E. So that voice is in sub position. We've lowered it. If we were in another part of this scale, perhaps that voice would have lowered a half step, but in keeping with this key of C, key of no sharps, no flats, the G is going to go to F. I'm going to bring it back. If we put that voice in the super position, it's going to look like an A minor chord, but it's really this voice is moved up a step in the scale. In this case, it's the 7th fret of the 4th string A. So now we have A, C, E. Go back. Sub. Super. What about the 3rd string? Everybody's 5th fret. G, C, E. That C is going to go to B. We're going to have an E minor triad. This is 5, 4, 5, G, B, E. So that voice is in the sub position. Can I come back? Let's put it in the super position. So now we have G, D, E. 5, 7, 5. Come back. So the major 3rd, let's put it in the sub position. 2nd string. So down to D here on the 3rd fret. We have G, C, D. Back to our original. And we put that 2nd string in the super position. G, C, F. 5, 5, 6. So now what if we do a few at a time? Let's take the 4th and 3rd strings together. So we're in where we were to begin with. Sub. Both of those voices go sub. It looks like G 13th. Take them back. Let's take them both superposition. So here's A, D, E. What about the top 2 voices? G, C, E. Now we get a G triad with those in sub position. G, B, D. 5, 4, 3. Back home. Let's take them to the superposition. Looks like D minor. 7, 7, 6. A, D, F. So we're still thinking of our starting point and modifying it. So what if we did these three voices? The middle voice and the upper voice are going to go in opposite directions. So third string is going to go sub, and the upper voice is going to go super. Looks like G7. So these are things to do very slowly and to do in your mind as well. You want to make sure you know the notes that you're playing on the board. We want to be able to start anywhere. Say, here's a C triad, 10, 9, 8. Let's put the lower voice in sub, middle voice in sub, upper voice in sub. So it's a way of thinking of these voices as being free. They're not stuck in a box. We want them to be able to go any which way. And we have a reference from one starting point, a whole constellation of little voice moves that can happen in a key. I hope this has been of interest to you and maybe opened some doors. I'll try to continue this series and come up with things to learn and think about. Again, this is Harmonic Mechanisms for the Mind, number 8, and I wish you, as always, a very good day.